We arrive at the Princess Theater, where Vive l'Empereur, a biographical play, The Light of Napoleon, is being performed by French company Arnoux. The play has been a great success during its limited engagement in London, and there is a long line of people trying to obtain tickets for the last two performances. Before the company returns to France, we make our way backstage to meet the company manager, Gervais Arnoux, the uncle of the leading actor and founder of the troupe, Philip Arnoux. He is a short, stout man in his mid-50s, given to extravagant gestures to express a passionate personality. He is very proud of his nephew and fairly bubbles over in praise of his ability. Ah, but you must see Philip perform. He is a magician, a wonder. A breath of his talent is truly magnifique.
Magnifique.
Yes. He
manages... The breath of his talent.
Yeah. He managed to portray the Emperor Napoleon from the age of 26 to his last days on the island of St. Helena. You would swear 5 different actors play that part, but no, it's only Philip, aging before your eyes. As he speaks, he leads us down the corridor to Philip's dressing room. Of course, years of training and practice go into making such an artist, but at age 48, Philip is the toast of the continent. Monsieur Arnoux is 48.
Oh my gosh.
And you are his uncle. I am 8 years older than Philip.
This is the guy.
But I assure you that I am his uncle. It seems that...
He's Armstead's kid. No, go ahead.
It seems that Arnoux' family has a history of late arrivals. Philip's father was 23 years older than myself. And Philip's poor sister, he points to the... daguerreotype?
Daguerreotype. It's a old metal photograph.
Oh, of a young woman. Was 11 years older than he. Next to the portrait of the sister is another, an older woman. Each has a black ribbon draped diagonally across its top right corner. Yes, they are both dead. The sisters many, many years ago, under tragic circumstances. Philip's mother had to be put into asylum. She couldn't accept her daughter's death. We received a word from the asylum only last week. She too had passed away. It upset Philip very much. Resurrected old ghosts, you might say. His performance suffered. But he's recovered completely. I've never seen him more brilliant than he was last night. You must see him perform. You must. In fact, if you will wait here, I will arrange for tickets. Can you tell us where Philip Arnoux was this morning? Monsieur Arnoux gives us a puzzled look, but answers. He was at the National Gallery. But why do you ask? Just then, 2 workmen carry a trunk into the dressing room. Monsieur Arnoux throws his hands into the air and exclaims, "No!"
Because it has a cape and a sword cane and a carpet bag inside of it.
That trunk should go to the company lodgings at the Grand Hotel. He turns back to us and shrugs, as if to say, what is one to do? Then he says, wait, and I will get the tickets. During the entire interview, we have never stated our purpose, feeling somewhat guilty that we have obtained information under false pretenses. We decided that the better part of valor we would leave before Monsieur Arnoux returns.
It's him. It's Philip Arnoux. It is definitely Philip Arnoux.
Philip Arnoux, the actor, not the uncle.
It is definitely the actor.
So
he's short. He can make himself look old. He definitely has enough props to pull out the sword cane. And Armstead wedded his mother, had them born, and she went into asylum because of it. And he did nothing to help out his mother, to help out his wife or his person he had knocked up. She dies in asylum. And he goes and kills him for revenge. That's why he has the other letter that Senate saw to hand over, because he knew who he was. It was a letter from his mother. He reads the letter, is like, please let him in, he's my son, and then bam, kills him. He turns the figurine around because it's, I don't know. The figurine...
turning betrayal his back on the French?
Perhaps, but if we believe what James said earlier about stabbing through the heart, then maybe there's just nothing about it.
The thing is that I can buy that, and I even think that is very, very... suggestive. The thing is that is it suggestive enough to say that Philip is spry enough to scale the 8-foot wall to leave the
A 48. Well, he's a 48-year-old actor who spends his years up on the stage. Probably has to be very
I could see
active
it.
to do his roles.
It's
and
certainly
such.
more plausible than like ancient Gerard, who was an instructor while the general was a student. Like he's got to be at least 80.
Yeah, I mean it's
Yeah.
it's possible that the like an 8-foot wall isn't
Right.
impossible to scale for anyone who's like strong, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is that this guy has clear motive. None of the other suspects we have a clear
Okay,
motive.
so his
Okay.
motive would be
if we assume, and it matches with Sinnett's story. Okay.
so his motive is that since
To avenge his mother's death. Once he discovered that he was
but
the
it
friend.
wasn't his fault at all that his mother died. He didn't.
but he did nothing to help.
Yeah, he
he didn't
abandoned.
do anything to help.
He basically
There's,
abandoned her in France.
Okay, so
and
we
then
can-
left and married.
James, there's a
Portsmouth.
problem with your theory.
What's the problem?
Philip was born in 1840.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And
8 years before.
8 years before, what's his
Armstead?
Armstead went
was
down
to
there.
Went
France.
down. Armstead went down. Was with
Curses.
them in 1848.
All right, we're back to Senate.
Was one of them Philip's sister though?
There was something about his.
Oh, who was
Also
older.
dead.
Who was 11 years older.
Yeah.
He also says that I am only 8 years older than Philip, but I am indeed his uncle.
Oh, 8 years older. So he was born in 1840.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh.
The uncle
Well-
is the one who's 8 years older.
okay, so then the uncle?
No, the uncle is too old. Philip is the right age.
Philip is the right age.
Philip
Wait,
was
did you-
born in that year.
Did you read the age
there it
wrong?
is.
Yeah, and it says Philip's mother had to be put into an asylum.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait,
Not-
what year was Philip born then?
Wait, hold on. So Philip was 1848. 1840.
1840.
Okay.
Okay, so that's
And
too
then who
early.
are we talking
So
to?
the uncle
the
was
uncle
born in
was 8 years
The
older.
uncle-
So the uncle was born in
So it's the
1832.
uncle.
Gervais.
Okay, so
Gervais
that's-
Arnaud.
Okay, so that doesn't work.
This doesn't
as
match
them-
up.
as
Wait,
them
what
being-
was the year
What?
of the? Where'd you get the year that
born
the general was in?
That was
Gerard.
back a few pages.
What would the figurine mean?
Yeah, that was
here we go.
Gerard. He told us. right?
The general was to meet with an old friend, Jean Paul Gerard. Ms. Gerard was an instructor at Eagle Militaire when the general was sent to France in 48. And then in the conversation with him, they
With Gerard?
say he was only there for
year.
1 year.
Yep.
Right.
Okay, so he couldn't have been the one who fathered either.
But
Philip
but what
or his
what
uncle.
more does it say about the sister? But when did they die? One went to the asylum. The mother went to the asylum, and the sister.
Read the bit about his family
The
again.
sister
Yeah.
died because, and then the mother went to the asylum because the sister died.
Right. Could
So the sister could be older than Philip and have been
the
born.
sister be the daughter of be the daughter?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
so,
I think- I think-
Philip is taking revenge for his previous relatives.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Is that what that reads?
Yeah, I think so.
Read
I mean, it doesn't-
please read it out loud.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah, fine.
part?
Here.
The part about the two women who are dead in the
Oh,
picture.
yeah.
Haha. I am 8 years older than Philip, but I assure you that I am his uncle. It seems that the Arnaud family has a history of late arrivals. Philip's father was 23 years older than myself and Philip's poor sister. He points to the daguerreotype of a young woman who was 11 years older than he.
So she definitely could.
Oh wait, 11 years older than who?
Then Philip. Right?
The he here is unclear whether he's referring to Philip or the uncle.
I think he's referring
I think
to
it's-
himself.
Yeah.
Next to
If
the
it's a
portrait of the
description of what
sister
he
is
does.
another of an older woman, so he's referring to the sister being older than Philip. So that doesn't work either, because if the sister is 11 years older than Philip,
That's
Yeah,
too much.
it's
It-
too
no,
much.
she would
many
be
years.
19 years old in 48 then.
right. So makes her too old. Next to the portrait is another of an older woman. Each has a black woman.
No,
yes,
but
they're both dead.
19 years
Makes her
old in
look right.
48 is the perfect age to knock up.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, let's see.
So he knocked up the sister, you think?
But he went
Yeah.
to so
Philip's mother had to be
Armstead went to France in 1840.
the sister many years ago.
1848. Okay.
yes.
Philip was born in 40.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? It doesn't. So it says
Wait, hold
the
on, hold on.
sister died many, many years ago under tragic circumstances.
Right.
Yes.
It could entirely
So
be
she got
possible that
knocked
the
up
general
and killed herself.
No,
Death in
or
childbirth.
he could have actually murdered her.
Why?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Because
As a
like
cover-up.
she was gonna
Okay.
go out and like
'Cause he
spread
was-
the word
he said he
if
was-
he didn't stay with her.
Yes, or he's drunk, so maybe he's just a passionate rage and said,
Yeah.
"You must. I am with child.
guess.
You must do your civic duty." He says, "No, I'm betrothed. I'm about to get this fortune from this marriage. Blah blah blah." And she goes, "No, I will tell everyone." And he says, "No, I will snap your neck." And he says, "Oh,
I mean, yeah.
Accidental
it could
kill.
have happened.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Made it look
Okay,
like a
let's
suicide
solve it.
Yeah,
Let's see. I
let's
want
do
to
it.
see.
So
Okay,
wait,
we have
so
to
we
we have to have an idea of what we want to say before we just
Oh.
see the
So
answer.
before we get that,
It's
hold up.
bad.
I know, right?
Philippe has an alibi that he was at the National Gallery this morning.
Yeah. Who's gonna?
Can we go to the National
We can.
Gallery and double check?
We can. We can look it up in the back there, Peter. It should
Yeah.
list it by.
I don't think we need
24
to.
West
I don't think we need
I
to
don't-
because who's going to corroborate that?
The National Gallery is too large.
There's so
That's a
many
good
people.
public place. Plus, the timing is perfect. It upset Philippe very much. Resurrected old ghost, you might say, and his performance suffered. But he has recovered completely. I have never seen him
Yes.
more brilliant than
Now-
he was last
yeah.
night.
Yeah.
Okay, but what does the
You got-
figurine
Killed
mean?
him.
Like that's the one piece of the puzzle now is the figurine.
It indicates betrayal, how he
No.
betrayed his
So, okay,
sister
the-
by leaving her
What's the name of
Yes.
the English general?
Okay.
to go wed his fiance instead of stay with her and fulfill his duty to her.
What's the name of the English general?
40.
And
Oh,
I
no.
think
Armstead.
and
Oh,
I
I'm
think,
sorry, Armstead.
and I
No,
think
no, no, no,
dying
the
in
English
childbirth
general
makes the
who
most sense
was in
here,
charge
as
at
well as
Waterloo.
tragic circumstances.
Oh,
And
that
who
I
got
don't
turned
recall.
around.
But see, I
So
don't think
is there
killed
something about
herself
like
because she was
Napoleon
sad.
killed that general in the Battle of Waterloo? Like, is there
That-
some
that's
historical
too
fact that we're
No,
missing there?
no.
I think
What? Where would we even get that information from in all this?
Like,
Yeah.
knowing
You know
facts
what?
about history?
Can you imagine?
One
that?
child.
I'm ready. I'm ready to
Napoleon
say.
killed
I'm ready to say.
one
Yeah.
I'm ready
I'm
to
ready
say
to say it's
Philip.
Philippe and it's
Well,
I
let's,
think
let's,
I
let's
have
read.
it.
Can I read the
Killed,
questions, Peter? Is that okay?
killed-
Do you mind if I read the
Philip
questions, Amber?
Martin.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
So,
So Philip
let's
Arnaud.
read the questions though, because they could change our opinions. All right.
Oh, we're gonna jump ahead to the questions.
Well, we're ready to solve, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So, question one: who killed General Armstead?
Philippe
Philip
Arnaud.
Arnaud.
Why was he murdered?
For the
Well-
death of his sister.
Revenge. Okay.
Yeah.
Why was Why was the Duke of Wellington's figurine turned backwards?
To show.
To
Symbolize
indicate
the
to show
betrayal.
how he had turned his back on his family.
With what kind of weapon was the general assassinated?
A sword came.
Sword.
Okay. Who killed
King.
Pierre and Andre Martin?
Cabot.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cabot.
Why was Marshal Guffroy late to work?
What?
Okay. Yeah, no, that's-
Yeah, we don't know.
Who has the polar star?
What?
And to
It's
whom?
Cabot.
And to whom are the letters sent by Andre Martin destined?
Oh my goodness.
One was sent to
Cabot.
To Cabot.
Cabot, and the
was
other one
sent
was
to-
sent to our man.
Yeah.
Who the heck is
Armstead.
Marshal Guffroy? How do you say that?
Somebody we see later.
Guilfoyle. Guilfoyle.
And I think that's
No,
just
it's,
one of those.
It's like a French
I
pronunciation.
think that's just one of those
Guilfoyle?
observations
I don't
where it's like,
know.
oh, we see like a smear of mustard on his
Close your
collar and you
nose
eat a
and
sandwich.
say it.
What are the? What are the?
You guys want a parlor
That's probably
scene?
it. Let's guess.
Yeah, let's do
He was
it.
eating a sandwich.
Let's get it. Yeah.
He was at the National Gallery.
He was at the National Cafe eating a sandwich, and he would have corroborated the
Yeah,
alibi.
let's do it. I'm.
Okay.
It's late. Let's
we did-
see how well we did.
Peter's like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, because
Oh, gosh, it is
this
pretty-
other stuff is not relevant to the murder. We only are trying to solve a murder.
All right.
No, but we have answers to 7 out of those 8 questions.
Okay. Well, we're all here and waiting. Do you mind? Do you care?
No, I don't actually
Okay.
care.
Well, we're
Well, she played us. We need someone else to play Sherlock Holmes.
okay.
That's a good point.
Well, we're all here and waiting. For the life of me, I cannot imagine how you cut to the truth of this case. Holmes puts aside the morning paper and begins. What a fucking... In this particular case, which might be titled The Case of the Tin Soldier, if you'll forgive my intrusion into your literary bailiwick, Watson, the most intriguing fact was the method of murder. The distinct sound of swordplay, reported Mr. Sinnott. Most odd, it suggested to me an affair of honor. At General Armstead's home, my suspicions were confirmed. First, the letter. It was yellowed with age and addressed to the general by a rank he held some 40 years ago. It upset the general, indicating it concerned some long-past indiscretion. It was the reason for the duel. How can you be so sure it was a duel? Asked Watson. The general had time to place a chair against the wall, climb upon it, and retrieve a rapier hanging 10 feet above. The murderer allowed him to arm himself. A duel is the only event that fits with the facts. It is also interesting to note that the second rapier remained in place. The intruder came prepared, a sword cane. As to the intruder himself, Sennett described him as an old man, yet he left the premises over an 8-foot garden wall, a disguise, and carried off with enough expertise to completely fool Sennett. The carpet bag was used as a receptacle of the disguise when it was no longer needed. Then there was the clue left by the general himself. Mortally wounded, incapable of speech, at least incapable of producing a sound that would carry through the study door to Sennett, the general wanted to leave some clue. With his last ounce of strength, he smashed the diorama glass and turned the figure of Wellington in the opposite direction. The diorama depicted the Battle of Waterloo, said Watson. I would have thought the taunting was involved. If that were so, Watson, the general need not have been so indirect. The taunting ticket was hanging in front of him. All he had to do was reach for it, and the message would have become clear. Based upon an indiscretion out of the past, a letter addressed to Captain Armstead, the rank the general held at the time of his service in France, and the intruder's French accent as detected by Sennett, I concluded that an interview with Jean-Paul Gerard at the French embassy might prove profitable. The picture painted by M. Gerard fit directly into the pattern. Having agreed to a marriage of convenience as a sacrifice to his career, the general lived a riotous life in France. A full carefree life without responsibility for exactly 1 year. A rather romantic notion. And what is more romantic than a desperate and ill-fated love affair? Mr. Gerard's mention of the actor, Philippe Arnaud, struck a chord. Who better than an actor, a trained master of illusion, to disguise himself and perform in that disguise convincingly? Also, Philippe Arnaud performs the role of Napoleon. According to M. Gerard, the general had seen the play and gone backstage to meet Arnaud. When the general turned the figuring of Wellington around, he was trying to tell us that his killer was Napoleon, Wellington's opposite at the Battle of Waterloo. Or rather, the actor playing Napoleon, Philippe Arnaud. At the Princess,
everyone will get this obscure message when I turn them around. It's genius.
At the Princess Theater, seeing the two portraits and hearing something of the woman's story suggested a reasonable scenario to fit the situation. Arnaud's sister was the Little Flower, a proper name, not a description, by the way. Sighed over by the general to Gerard. She was impressionable. She was an impressionable 17-year-old who fell madly in love with the dashing English captain. When the captain's year came to an end, she despaired and took her own life. Her grief-stricken mother went mad and was sent to asylum. Thus, in the twinkling of an eye, Philippe Arnaud had lost a beloved sister and a loving mother. He was but 6 or 7 years of age, and while he desperately felt the double wound, he was too young to understand the circumstances that caused it. Some 42 years later, he stumbled upon a letter written by his long-dead sister. It yielded an explanation and a name, Armstead. He came to London, and fate engulfed him. He received word of his mother's death, and at the same time the London papers trumpeted the hated Armstead's name, because of his book. Armed with sword, stick, and letter, he went to the general's home to take his revenge. Voila.
So we were right.
We were right.
got it.
Not
What was the part two about?
perfectly.
That's just the side notes.
So we don't get to know.
No, what?
Oh yeah, let me check.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we gotta
let's
tally our
check
score.
our
Can I-
part two questions too.
Well, so I mean, we got 30.
So, Holmes solved this case by following 4 leads: General Armstead, Jean-Paul Gerard at the French Embassy, Princess Theater, and the Grand Hotel. He also used the following article from the newspaper, Princess Theater. His score is 100 points. Who killed General Armstead? Philippe Arnaud.
So 30.
Yeah. Why was he murdered? Yeah, we got all this. Okay. Part 2. Who killed Pierre and Andermatt? Carson Cabot. All right.
Yeah.
Why was Marshal Guilfoyle late to work? He stopped off at Roland's and Fraser's to buy his wife an anniversary gift.
Oh, not a sandwich.
Whatever, we missed that. Who has the polar star? Carson Cabot.
Yep. Got that.
Go ahead, guys.
And number 4, to whom are the letters sent by Andre Matin destined? The one from Brick Street is for General Armstead. The one from Pont Street is Carson Cabot. We got those. Another 10.
So we got everything but the one
We got
question.
everything but Marshal
Okay.
Guilfoyle.
How many leads did we follow?
We followed a bunch.
Hold on.
We went to-
no, not too many.
Went to like 6, right?
We got these ones.
So we went to Somerset House unnecessarily.
Yeah. Okay,
we went
here,
to the
let me-
we went to the coroner.
We went to the coroner unnecessarily.
Somerset.
Fitch.
We went to see Fitch unnecessarily.
Can I see the book, Peter?
Yeah.
And we went to I thought we went to one more place.
So this is 30 points a question.
We
So
went
we
to Cabot's.
Okay.
No, but
Was Cabot included in that list?
So we get
I've
3,
got
6,
9
9.
right now.
So we get
Yeah,
3.
we did go the Cabot's unnecessary.
So we get 3, 6, 9, 10,
but that's
100
how you
for
get-
part 1, and then we get extra points for answering these.
so even though the extra questions involve Cabot, do we get minus points for going to Cabot as it wasn't necessarily
Yes.
the core case?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. So, okay, but they do get us extra points
Oh,
for
we did-
answering them.
okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So Carson Cabot gave us, 10 points.
Well, that gave us clues. To
We
these two
didn't
as
get the
well.
last one, but I think we
No,
got...
we got both of those. We got both of these.
we didn't-
We
we didn't
actually
s-
did say that before we opened this.
We didn't
What did we
s-
say?
We didn't say the one from Brick Street went to General Armstead.
Yes,
Yeah, we did.
Yes,
We
did.
absolutely did.
Where else would it go?
So
We-
All right, all right.
okay,
Wait.
remember when we said like
I said both of those out loud.
yeah,
Yeah.
we definitely
Like,
said
we
that.
can go to the tape if
James?
you like.
Okay.
Every
Yeah.
single one of us said both of those.
Okay, that's fine. Then our total score is 140 minus the extra locations.
So we
Okay.
had 5 extra locations.
We have whatever the. So I have
Wait.
Corner, Somerstead, Fitch, and Cabot. What was the fifth?
Let's see. So I've got Scene of the Crime Corner, French Embassy, the Bridge House Hotel, Cabot's House, the Publisher, Somerset House.
We went to the
Publisher.
publisher.
Got
That's right.
it.
So 5 unnecessary
And the
locations.
So that means we got 90 points.
Well, just short of Holmes.
Wait, what did you say? We altogether we got
140.
140, and it's minus
5
10.
points for each extra
5
location.
points
for
for
each
each?
extra
5?
location.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got more than 100.
We got
So,
115.
yeah, we got 115.
Yeah,
We beat Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes.
Come on.
yeah.
Sherlock, you fool.
Easy peasy.
You see? I told you all of those opiates were
crap.
not what's good for you. If you get off those drugs, you could be clear-minded like us.
Yeah, kids, don't do drugs.
90. Yeah, see, this is 100 right here, which we got.
So wait,
And then-
so tally your score, add the points obtained by answering the questions, then count the number of leads you followed. Don't count the free leads indicated above.
Right, these ones.
Then compare the number of leads you followed to that of Holmes. 4 leads indicated. If you follow more
you
leads,
follow
subtract
more
5
leads.
points from your score for each extra lead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, we beat Holmes.
Beat Holmes. So